Today, I am going to build a giant red Ravager on this spot right here. If you recall, in the last episode, I launched my brand new energy drink product. It's called Red Ravager Energy Drink, and take a look at that beautiful bottle right there. Red Ravager. It comes in all kinds of different flavors, and I need to sell it. So, I need a shop, and that's why I cleared out this big chunk of land. The only problem is I don't have the resources right now to build that shop. But that's okay, because I can go collect those resources. In fact, you can see I have my gold boots on, I have my diamond hoe, all enchanted and ready to go. That can only mean one thing: it's time for a trip to the Nether and some gathering of resources. For my first resource, I'm going to need a whole lot of this nether wart block. In fact, I'm going to need close to 2,500 or 38 stacks of this stuff. And you can get it most prevalently in the nether. And I know what you're thinking to yourself, uh-oh, what if you accidentally go in this lava? Well, no problem. Just going to chug some of this red Ravager, and now, I can just swim in the lava. No problem. Ride it like a water slide, or like a lava slide, I guess, and then go about my business. Just collect, collect, collect. While I'm in the nether, I'm also going to need some nether bricks, so I thought I would just come over to the nearest fortress, maybe mine down a little bit, and hopefully not get shot by blazes while I am doing it. Alright, got me some nether wart. That's 27 stacks right there, plus another, 9, 10, 11 stacks? That's 38 stacks. That's exactly what I needed. Plus I got 2.5 stacks of nether bricks. They're on my list as well. But next on my list is concrete. So I'm going to have to grab myself some sand. Luckily I have a little bit of that, and some gravel. I was going to say, hopefully I have enough. I need 11 stacks of sand and then 11 stacks of gravel. The gravel's not a problem. I have lots in that chest and in this chest, but I also have shulker boxes. The sand, I actually have shulker boxes as well, so we should be good to go there. And I need to make red concrete, so hopefully, yes, I have poppies. Oh, I have lots of poppies. And I have managed to make myself 22 stacks of concrete, and now I just have to convert them. And in order to do the conversion from concrete powder into concrete itself, I built this little machine right here. Let me give you a quick taste of how it works. So basically, this is it right here. This is where I built anyway. I have this mud construction machine, which I made a long time ago. And then I just added this little concrete machine right beside it. So the way this works is that you point at the block here, and then you hold down both mouse buttons. And you should break the concrete and then place new concrete. And then that happens pretty much as fast as you could mine it. The concrete itself, once it breaks, it gets brushed away by this water stream that's back here, and either ends up in your own inventory or ends up in this hopper. And you can see I've actually done quite a bit of it here. So just got a little bit more to go, so let me hammer that out. All right, I finished converting all of the concrete powder into concrete using my brand new machine, but I realized that the machine had a bit of a flaw. I put 22 stacks of concrete powder in, and I didn't get 22 stacks of concrete out again. And I was trying to figure out what was wrong, and so I actually tried to investigate with FreeCam, and that's when I actually discovered something interesting. So I actually have some of this lime concrete powder in my inventory, and if I actually just start breaking the stuff and then go into FreeCam mode, you should be able to see exactly what the problem is here. You see, it actually accumulates up on top of the stairs up there, and if it goes for more than 5 minutes, of course, that's going to despawn. And if you're doing just a little bit, it's not going to matter, because as soon as you stop doing the concrete like this, it should all just flow back down to you. Well, actually, in this case, it doesn't. It's actually stuck up there. But I think if I put a hopper underneath this stair here, then that'll solve that problem completely. That is now done, and let's try this one more time. We start by putting one piece in there, and then we use our little shortcut key for the auto place and the auto click. Go into the FreeCam mode, and yeah, you can see, so there's now a hopper underneath the stairs. There's no longer concrete being captured on the stairs. It's all going straight into the chest below. Perfect. The next item on my list is red wool, and I do need 11 stacks of the stuff, and unfortunately I don't have my own sheep farm, so I think I'm going to have to spend my own hard-earned diamonds on this stuff. So I've come over here to the shopping district because this shop right here, CWC, which I still don't know the name of, but I think it's Concrete and Wool Company. I know they sell wool. And wool is actually a pretty good deal. 1 diamond for 3 stacks. I was expecting it to be 1 diamond per stack. And I need 11 stacks, so that would have been 11 diamonds. But as it is, I can actually buy, 12 stacks for 4 diamonds? So yeah, I'm definitely doing that. So let's get out 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds. And hopefully they actually have that much. Oh, they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and that's 4 diamonds. Thank you, Onyx. While I'm in the shopping district, I am also going to check out the mall because another item on my list is terracotta. And I happen to know that Amber has a little tiny pop-up shop, at least she did, right over here somewhere, and maybe she doesn't anymore, selling terracotta. I'm going to have to look around and see if there's a place to buy it anymore. Aha! Found it right here. Terracotta. It's hiding up in the ceiling. You can see that, up here she's got regular terracotta, plus some orange terracotta, and some more orange terracotta. And I need 17 stacks of this stuff, I think. So it's 1 diamond for 2 stacks, so I guess I'm going to have to buy 18 stacks, because that's divisible by 2, right? And that's 9 diamonds. So let me grab 9 more diamonds and go to town. While I'm over here at the mall, I should also check into the iron shop and see if I've sold any iron ingots or iron blocks. Ooh, hello! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stacks of iron blocks for a total profit of 36 diamonds. Oh, that's pretty good. So that actually makes up for all of the diamonds that I spent today on my project. Over to the iron farm at the spawn village here, where I have a few iron blocks that I can use to restock my iron shop. And check this out. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shulker boxes full of iron blocks. That's what this farm has produced since the start of the season. Well, that and all of the iron that's been borrowed or taken or given away or sold to other people as part of the farm. And it was turned off for a long time as well. I only just turned it on again recently because I thought, why not? I've got all this storage, I might as well use it, right? And flying back into the mall where I can now drop off all of this extra iron. There, fully restocked shop. And it just occurred to me, I probably didn't have to go all the way over to the place because, yeah, I actually did put a shulker box with blocks of iron in here just for restocking purposes. So I'll try to remember that next time. Next, of course, is all of the terracotta. So I've already gone ahead and taken all of the terracotta and dyed it all of the colors that I need. So that is really, really good. So I've still got all of my red concrete, nether bricks. This is the rest of the red wool, and then just nether wart blocks plus more nether wart blocks, and then obviously next is the terracotta. But that's not all. What else do I need? Just looking over at my list, red nether bricks is the next thing. So if I come over here to where I have my nether brick, I got all this stuff from Piglin Bartering. I should be able to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stacks. That's what I need. 15 stacks. And it just occurred to me I don't have room for the nether wart in here as well. But 15 stacks of nether brick will translate into 7.5 stacks of red nether brick once I add the nether wart to it. I do have a lot of nether wart, which is good. I'm going to need a lot of nether wart. The thing that sucks about this is that, like, this recipe is a terrible recipe. I mean, red nether bricks, I guess they're supposed to be expensive, but check this out. You need 2 stacks of nether wart plus 2 stacks of nether brick. You'd think that would give you 4 stacks of red nether bricks, but it gives you 1 stack of red nether bricks. And I need 7.5 stacks of this stuff, and so that's why I am doing it the way I'm doing it. And there we go, 7.5 stacks of red nether brick. Let's add that to the list here. So I guess I could just I want to pick a box, something that's, I guess I'll just put it with the terracotta. That makes sense, right? Perfect. There are only 2 more items required before I can actually start my big build. And one of those items is quartz. I need blocks of quartz, and I need a lot of blocks of quartz. I need 276 quartz, which is about 4.5 stacks. Luckily, these masons over at Trader's Haven will actually trade me quartz for emeralds. So I'm going to grab my stack of emeralds, which should be right over here in one of these green boxes, and then start trading away for some quartz, and hopefully I will get enough. While quartz is pretty easy to get from Mason villagers if you have a large emerald supply like I do, there is one problem with getting large quantities of quartz, and that is that these guys will lock up. I have 10 masons, and with my 10 masons, I was able to get just under 2 stacks of quartz with 1 round of trading. And I need almost 5 stacks of quartz, which means I'm going to need another Minecraft day in order to do all of the trading. Aha! There we go. Okay. So, that is the sound of the restock, and let's go again. And that will do. I now have over 5 stacks, almost 6 full stacks. I only really needed 4 stacks, but you know what? It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra. Now I can move on to the next item on my list. There is just one more thing that I need, and that is large amounts of clay. 9.5 stacks to be precise. And I did talk to Lord Thaddeus because somewhere over here at the Empire, he does have a machine capable of converting dirt into mud and then mud into clay. And I asked him if he could provide that stuff for me. He asked what my timeline was like, and I said, you know what, a couple weeks is probably fine. And that was yesterday. And now I realize I've got everything else. I'm kind of impatient. Maybe I should just use the machine myself. Aha, so this looks like the place right about here. And I see he's got a bunch of mud laid out and also some clay laid out here, which is nice. I think this is the clay drying area, and I wonder... Yep, I mean, there it is right there. You actually saw that clay, just like I did, convert from mud into clay. So this is definitely the place. So I think the whole idea is here that what you're going to do is come along and put mud on this spot, and it's going to shoot it over and automatically place it, right? Well, I did bring a little bit of mud with me. Is that the way it works? Oh, it actually spits out the water bottle. Okay, so I guess you have to put dirt here. Yeah, I want to make sure I don't break this machine. Don't hurt me, Lord Thaddeus. I know what I'm doing most of the time. Okay, I got this. So right here is where the water bottles are going to come back up, right? Right? Does that sound reasonable? So if I drop this water bottle back in there, yeah, it's going to go back into the machine. Yeah, perfect. See? Exactly what I was hoping. So I'm genius. So instead of mud, we're going to want to put dirt here. Is that right? So you just plop the dirt in. And, oh, okay. So that didn't work either. That actually shot out a bottle. It actually shot out 2 bottles. Are you supposed to do something else? Maybe you... Oh, it does work. Oh, you just gotta... Oops. I guess you can't place it that fast. Hold on. Okay, so this machine definitely works. You just have to... You have to kind of take your time. Yeah, there it is. And when it gets to the end, it pushes all of this stuff over, and eventually it will dry out. So, yeah. Oh, I like this. I'm going to keep using this machine. So I'm not going to lie. I've been over here for about 5 minutes putting down mud and letting it turn into clay, and because I really need 10 stacks of this stuff. And then I saw this white box over here, and I seem to recall that Thaddeus said he might be close to actually getting it all for me anyway. And so with the stuff that I just did, I've actually got the 10 stacks right there. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to take the 10 stacks and I'm going to leave them some dirt as well because, like, I kind of use some of my own dirt and whatever, and some mud, and there's some mud, there's some dirt, and there's 10 diamonds. And, yeah, I'm just going to call it a day. Alright, got all my resources laid out. So, got the red concrete and the nether bricks, got the red wool and the red nether wart blocks, got the terracotta, light blue, regular terracotta, brown terracotta, orange terracotta, more red nether bricks, got some torches, whole shulker box full of nether wart blocks, and of course, the blocks of quartz and the clay I got from Lord Thaddeus's base. If you look carefully, you can even see the outline in the sky of the thing that I want to build. That is my Lightmatica schematic, all in place and ready to go. So, I guess without further ado, there's only one thing left to say, and that's, let's hit that time lapse! Of time lapse, and here it is, the giant red Ravager. Look at the size of this thing. Let me get a little bit of free cam action going here as I back up and really get to see the red Ravager in all of its glory. This is kind of weird. My mouse controls are inverted right now because I'm in third person. But I built myself a giant Ravager in the shopping district, and it towers over everything, as you can see. So this is going to be the new shop for Red Ravager, the place where you will come to buy your Red Ravager energy drinks. The shop is actually going to be inside this thing, but that's not all that's going to be inside this thing. In fact, let me give you a quick tour. Look at the way this thing towers over the shopping district. So I built it right outside of Trader's Haven, and it looks like somebody hung a lantern off the bottom of it between the last time I was here and this time. Yeah, I didn't put that there. But here is the way in. You step up these steps. If you come through the portal, it's obviously very convenient. Look at how big it is. Oh, so funny. But then you've got, yeah, opening soon. So you've got water elevators up and a drop chute to come back down again once you're up there. So I can go up either of these things just to give you an impression of what it's going to look like when you actually get to the top. And here it is, Red Ravager sneak peek. Obviously the shop isn't done yet because I have more work to do on it, but this is going to be the shop where you actually come and buy your product. Over here, I've got some steps leading down, but this is the factory floor, so employees only, so please don't go down here if you're not an employee of Red Ravager. But this is where I'm going to put the actual factory in, and I think it's going to be pretty cool because you'll be able to watch the magic being done here, right down here. Lots of space down here, but I am, of course, going to fill it with giant redstone machinery for brewing lots and lots of potions. And to be honest, I'm going to do that pretty much right now. I've spent a little bit of time collecting more materials, which I have in these shulker boxes right here. I didn't need to show it this time because it was basically just a lot of crafting of repeaters and dispensers and stuff like that, which is not entertaining content, but I did it. 4 shulkers worth of redstone bits and bobs. Got my bed set up, got my ender chest set up. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for a full day or night or however long this is going to take of building the interior factory. Of course, for you, it's going to be a very short time because I'm going to do it in the form of another time lapse. I hope you guys like the time lapses. If you don't, you know, just skip forward a few seconds. But if you want to see me build the factory, let's hit that time lapse. of time lapse, and here we are on the factory floor of Red Ravager, and check it out. I have a whole ton of these machines. I don't even know if I'm going to use all of these machines in the future. I only need a couple of them for now, because to start my launch, I only want to release the original 3 flavors of Red Ravager, and that is going to be the speed flavor, which is the original, of course, plus the regen flavor, plus the extra strength flavor. And I'm going to use 3 of these brewers. Now, let me, again, go into free cam mode here. Woo! Okay, so if you actually look up here, each of these machines is set up for 5 ingredients, but most of the potions I'm going to be brewing are only going to use like 2 or maybe 3 ingredients. But let's program one right now. So I'm going to pick this one right here because this one is going to be obvious. If you're up here at the stairs and you're like kind of looking around, you'll see like, well, at least one of those machines down there actually brewing away. So I'm going to use this one right here to brew original Red Ravager energy drink. And the way we do that, okay, we start by actually putting some blaze powder in here. So I'm just going to put like half my blaze powder in here. Then I need to put one of my ingredients right there, that one, right? So that's the first ingredient. Now I need to get up to the top and program the others. And I know I have to do a little bit of parkour up here because I didn't add a stairwell. I probably will at some point do that. But for now, just have to jump all the way across. Okay, there we go. The first ingredient actually goes in the very last dispenser, which will be here. So let's just pop that in there, and then the rest will actually go in here. And then the next ingredient actually goes in the front dispenser, which is this one right here, and that's going to be sugar. So let's pop some sugar in there. Let's pop the rest of the sugar in here. There we go. And now all we really need to do is turn it on. Unfortunately, the on switch is in kind of a weird place. Yeah, it's in there, but I can kind of squeeze in there. Yeah, so let's just flip that switch, and hopefully, if I've done everything correctly, that should have actually fired off, yeah, the brewing. So there it is. And then if we check the chest up top, we should see, oof, I guess I better get up here and try my little thing. And, yeah, okay, so, did it do both? Yeah, it actually happens really fast. So the sugar's in there, the nether wart was the last thing, and, yeah, then it should finish brewing this, and then spit that into this shulker box right here. So everything seems to be working wonderfully. And with a spin around, you can now see this box has been completely full of the potions of swiftness, which is the base for my energy drink. And hopefully this part works, because if I just break this shulker, yeah, new shulker gets dispensed in its place. Oh, and look, it's already like brewing massive amounts of potions. They were already sitting here ready to be, yeah, loaded into the next box. That's so cool. Unfortunately, there is actually a lot of work that needs to be done to these potions, because first of all, I need to like take each one of them and actually do this whole thing where I like, yeah, rename Red Ravager, and this is speed. And yeah, let me copy that to the clipboard, and there's one. Yeah, so, you know, a whole inventory of these things, well, 27 for a shulker box, right? I gotta do that. That's also gonna cost me 27 levels, of course, every time I do that. But not only that, I also have to do the whole custom model thing. So let me just do this real quick. Chunk. And there it is. I now have my Red Ravager energy drink. Beautiful. And let me just show you what I've done upstairs here. Whoa, 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 hold that thought. I recorded about another 2 or 3 minutes worth of stuff in the room that I'm about to show you here. And then I went ahead and changed the whole room anyway. So I thought I would just delete that whole clip and do the whole thing over again. The first thing I did want to show you before I go into that room, though, is that I decided to open up some holes in the roof there, as you can see over my shoulders. And that will allow people to easily fly into this space with Elytra, and they don't have to fly all the way down to the ground and use the elevators. But without further ado, let's take a look at the new and improved interior of the Red Ravager shop. Ta-da! There it is, Red Ravager with the beautiful statue of our founder, VidMC, holding up a glorious can of Red Ravager for all to see. Yeah, and so here is the new interior and what it looks like. I kind of love these Red Ravager banners that I've got all over the place. But you can see Red Ravager Original here, Speed, Flavor, 3 for a diamond. I've also got the Red Ravager Regen, 3 for a diamond, and Red Ravager Extra Strength, 3 for a diamond. And these all have the beautiful texture on them and everything. I do have more products that are coming soon. These are going to be Red Ravager Fire Resistance, 3 for a diamond. Red Ravager Instant Health, 3 for a diamond. Night Vision, 3 for a diamond. Invisibility, 3 for a diamond. But then over here, I have the more rare products. For example, I have Red Ravager Water Breathing. Those are going to be 1 diamond each instead of 3 for a diamond, a little bit more expensive. And the main reason is because you do need to collect a whole bunch of pufferfish in order to brew water breathing potions. And there is a manual process there. I can't farm them like I can some of the other products. So a little bit more expensive. I might reduce that at some point. Same with the slow falling, 1 diamond each. You have to farm phantom membranes for that, and I don't have a phantom farm. Once I get a large amount of phantom membranes, maybe from setting up a farm, I might again be able to reduce that price. Red Ravager Leaping, here we go again. You have to collect, not frogs, rabbits, that's what it is. And grab their rabbit's feet. And I'm telling you from experience, you can kill hundreds of rabbits and only get a few rabbit's feet from them. So collecting them in large quantities is going to be a challenge. So that's going to be a little bit more expensive. Turtle Master. Now, I do have a farm for the Turtle Master potions, but, well, the shells anyway, the scoots. But then you have to craft the shells, and it's like a 5 scoots to 1 shell, and then the shells don't stack, so a bit of a pain. So I'm going to sell these 2 for a diamond instead of 3 for diamonds, which I think is a good price. And over here, I do have the Red Ravager Splash Weakness as well, 3 for a diamond. These are going to be probably untextured, so I'm just going to sell like splash potions of weakness, basically, because I know people are going to go through a lot of those, and I don't want people having to, or I don't want to waste my own time and energy using something that people are going to buy a lot of and then just waste them. In fact, I might even change that price so you get like 5 for a diamond or something like that. Once I actually put the product in place, I'll decide on that. And so the Red Ravager shop is now open, and the last thing to do, of course, is just to break these signs so that people can actually go in and shop at Red Ravager and, of course, get out again. And the shop is now officially open. So if you are an Igniter member, come on over and shop at Red Ravager. You can't miss it. It's the giant Red Ravager in the shopping district, and I'm happy to sell you some Red Ravager energy drink. And that is going to be where I end this episode as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check out all of the links to the other Igniter members, their links are in the description down below. And YouTube thinks you might like the video that I made last week. There's a link to that in the description right now, where I started a raid in the shopping district where these Red Ravagers actually attacked everybody. So check that out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!